The following podcast is inspired by the book How to Live a Great Life. These podcasts are designed to give you some perspectives that will help improve the quality of your life. This episode is about regret. I would like to begin this episode with a reminder. Many of you will have seen the old television show, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. In this series, Mr. Rogers acknowledges the bewildering world that children live in. He strives to make them comfortable in their own skin. One of his recurring phrases is, "I like you just the way you are." Another oft-repeated phrase is, "You are special." Then there is the welcoming, "Won't you be my neighbor?" After watching a documentary about Fred Rogers, it occurred to me that we grown-ups often find the world bewildering as well. How many of us would welcome someone saying, "I like you just the way you are"? It seems to me that we are all special. If we can just rid ourselves of the barriers to experiencing our true selves, we can enjoy fulfilling lives. In this episode, I will explore the place that regret occupies in our lives. It surely is one of the barriers to living a joyful life. Regret is a habit. It is a learned pattern of behavior that has a trigger and a payoff. It seems to us that we have no choice in the matter. Something bad happened. We feel sad about it. We blame ourselves for not being better human beings. Have you ever seen a 2-year-old have regret? They hurt themselves, they cry, then they forget about it. If they have a fight with a sibling, it is quickly forgotten. We have to teach 2-year-olds regret by blaming them for their behavior. You were once a 2-year-old just like me. Neither of us had regrets back then. But now we are conditioned to have this habit. There are little regrets, medium regrets, and then there are the regrets that seem like mountains. Little regrets seem innocuous. The problem is they pile up over days, weeks, months, years, and decades. After 30 years of little regrets, we may not have noticed them, but they may have accumulated in a way that negatively affects our judgment of ourselves. We value ourselves less. For example, I recently cut myself on a sharp knife while prepping dinner. It was a very small cut, but it bled profusely. It took me about 10 minutes to get the blood to stop. The whole time it was bleeding, I was cursing myself for being so careless with the knife. A small regret was formed. No consequence by itself, but when piled with hundreds of others, a likely contributor to lowered self-esteem. Another small regret happened recently. I was playing Scrabble with my daughter and my 14-year-old granddaughter. I said something I thought was helpful to my granddaughter, but she took offense. Then I compounded the problem by not apologizing. We continued on and had a lot of fun, but I was left with those regrets. Small items, but they do accumulate. Small regrets sit in our brains, affecting our mood and our behavior without us really noticing them. They are small, but there are a lot of them. Maybe even a gazillion might accumulate over the years. Medium regrets we are a little more aware of. They might include decisions that did not work out well. This might be a job we took that we could not excel at, a company we started that never reached its potential, or a relationship that never developed into what we thought it could. These medium regrets we are generally aware of. We might ponder them from time to time. Like the small regrets, they accumulate over time. There are fewer medium regrets than small regrets, but they have more impact on our sense of self-worth. Then there are the large regrets. These monsters can keep us up at night. They have a profoundly negative effect on our happiness and sense of self-worth. If we talk about large regrets, we also have to talk about anger. Large regrets and anger are almost always tied together. In fact, they are so interconnected that sometimes we focus only on the anger and are not aware of the regret. These large regrets include failed marriages or long-term relationships. A lost job or business is another large regret. A parent who left the family in a marital breakup is another type of large regret for the children, even after these children become adults. Psychologists have found that children almost always blame themselves for a parent that leaves. The child is likely to say to themselves, "If only I had been smarter," or "if only I had always done what I was told, then the parent would not have left." This type of large regret often lasts for a lifetime if not dealt with. If we want to reduce stress in our lives, we must engage in a practice that greatly reduces regrets. I could try to describe to you the process that I went through to diminish my regrets. The problem I find with sharing that kind of information is that it is very hard for the listener to put it into practice. So, I have almost completed designing an online training program that will give you exercises to help you lessen and eventually eliminate the regrets and angers that you carry with you. If you want to be invited to a free webinar giving you a peek into the training program, please send an email to Bill Rabow, that's BILLRABOW, all one word, at bell.net. If you would like a particular type of regret or anger dealt with in the training, please let me know so that I can do my best to address it. Remember, you are fine just the way you are. There's nothing wrong here. But your life can be much better with less anger or regret. There are other important issues dealt with in the training program, like dealing with mean or aggressive people in a way that does not cause you stress. The name of the training program is Creating a Great Life. As I focus on delivering the training program over the next few months, there will be no new episodes on the podcast. This episode and the previous ones will remain available to you. There will be a series of free webinars to introduce you to the possibilities in the training program. You will be able to ask questions in the webinars. So, won't you be my neighbor and join me on the next webinar? Please send an email to Bill Rabow, BILLRABOW, all one word, at bell.net if you would like to be invited to a webinar introducing material from the training program Creating a Great Life.